Hey, what's up guys? Footy Manager TV here, and this is episode 21 on my Southampton career. First up, we've got an away fixture against Newcastle United, you know, my old team, and hopefully we can get a positive result against them. And I think they are, at the moment, very close to us in the league. They're just below us by one spot. You'll see that just before the match gets underway. So it is really a important match to get a good result, because if we don't win, especially if Newcastle take all 3 points away from this match, and that is a possibility because they are playing at home and they are a solid team, got very good players in their team, obviously. So we've got to play to our best to get at least a result from this. And if they actually beat us, they could leapfrog us. And as you know, I really hate that happening more than anything in my careers. When a team is able to go from obviously behind me to in front of me in the league table. So that is something I'll looking to prevent in this match, even if it just means playing a bit defensive just to try and take the draw. But once you play, you definitely want to try and get goals and win the match. So you'll see what happens. Obviously, just sorting out my team once again. Definitely have to rotate my players, getting Danny Fox in there and left back. I have to rotate my players, as you know. Being in the FA Cup, it's extra fixtures, and obviously playing twice as well because of the draws, you know, against the Wolves as well, and now Sunderland, we're going to play them again because, again, getting a draw. So unfortunately, we can't really get a win in these FA Cup ties. We have to play twice by getting a draw, and I seem to get a lot of draws lately. I'm not sure why. I suppose partly it's due to not being able to score heaps, but hopefully I'll be able to rectify that. I'm still undecided whether to change formations in my second season, but I guess you'll see what happens with that. And you'll be able to see in the league table right here, like I mentioned, Newcastle United just below us. That's really a low position for them. I would expect them to be higher, really, with the quality players they have and the position they finished last season. You've got Ben Arthur, Papi Cisse, Yohan Cabaye, fantastic players and solid defence as well. But here, early in the match, in the 20th minute, key striker Emmanuel Mayuka scores once again with the finesse. I'm really liking the finesse with him. He always seems to finish. I don't think he has the trait for that, but he should. With the accuracy he gets on them, as you can see, right in the corner once again. Perfect, just great curve on that shot. But here, Newcastle United, they were kind of mounting an attack, but we nailed that out pretty effectively. And then we were on our own attack with Emmanuel Mayuka once again using his pace. Was going to go for the finesse once again, but that time hit the low part of the bar right there, or the post. And that was really a chance gone begging, because we could have made it 2-0 just before the halftime break. And really, we could have really sewn up the result right there and picking up another win, which would have been great in the league, because we got the FA Cup matches coming up, and that's going to be tough with more matches. And you've seen that could have been a good chance for them, but the lob was pretty poor. I think that was by Cisse, and we escaped there. But it's not all over yet. You know, in the 45th minute. That's the only time pretty much where I seem to concede lately, in an injury time period, whether it be 45th minute or 90th minute. I seem to defend it pretty well there, but then they just put in that long cross there, and of course it's just going to bobble around, you know, as it does. Look at that. I tried to clear it and it rebounded firstly off one of my players, and then when my goalkeeper tried to save it, it hit his back or something, and then of course went in the goals. As you can see here, I tried to clear it, and of course would rebound off their player to another of their players, off their player from the rebound, and of course off the goalkeeper's back to go in. That's the luck I get in the game. I have basically no luck. I never get luck going my way. I think in the last episode maybe, but I get one of the goals in the extra time period, but most of the time, 90% of the time, they score in that time period. And of course, again, Hatim Ben Arfa. Of course, he's the best player in their team, arguably with Papi Cisse. And them together, they're hard to stop, especially being a team that's going to be around the relegation zone in Southampton. As you see there, Derrida, luckily we got him back from Bolton Wanderers on loan for that extra squad depth. Especially with like I said, with the FA Cup matches, we need to rotate a lot. And like if he was still on loan, we wouldn't have had him there, and we have to put a younger player in with a lower rating. So luckily we got a couple players back on loan. We got Ben Reeves as well. I may use him at left back or left midfield. It just depends how the balance of the team is going for rotations. But here, Gaston Ramirez trying to create something. And look at that bang shot. He just got the ball and he shot it. Reaction shot right there. And he finished with the power. Gaston Ramirez this guy is on fire. He seems to be scoring every single match. Like when I'm doing the commentary, just like with the next episode, I seem to be calling his name when the ball's in the back of the net, as you see there on his right foot that time. Yeah, he's just a superstar. No one can really stop him right now. And like I said, there's going to be some transfer rumors. But of course, Johan Cabaye, like I said, they got rid of those 3 top players with Cabaye, Papi Cisse, and Ben Arfa. Very good attacking players. Cabaye a lot with the assists, but he actually scored that time. And he's very good with the shots, as you know. And we tried to create something here. The ball there was just off. And we had a shot there, actually, and it was saved. So it was on target, so we did have the chance. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be our day on this occasion. Newcastle, they're very similar position to us. I got a bit angry there. But yeah, you got to have a bit of anger you got to show some passion in the game to stand any chance of getting some positive results. Unfortunately, we couldn't pick it up here, but yeah, there's not much to say apart from I can only improve. From that, I wasn't disappointed. We still were able to score 2 goals away. So that sort of fixed my not scoring goals problem. But with our defending, I suppose we don't have the best defenders in the Premier League. That's a position I'll be looking to rectify into next season. I'll be looking to sign a new centre-back, maybe some fullbacks as well for rotation purposes. As you know, I was forced to play Danny Fox in a left-back position. I'll be looking to reinforce in fullbacks and centre-backs, like I said. But here, FA Cup quarterfinal preview, Southampton versus Sunderland at home. You would think that will give us just that little bit of edge for us to get the result in this match. But next up, we've got Chelsea as well. So we do have to be wary of our selection. And as you know, recently, we haven't really done that great in the Premier League. So I have to think about the Premier League and the FA Cup at the same time, because it would be a disaster if I got relegated in this career. That would be so embarrassing for me. But we're doing very well in the FA Cup. So at least I do well in the FA Cup. I'll be happy with that. And yeah, it'll be great to get into the semi-final, especially against Sunderland. They're a very solid team. They play 5 in midfield pretty much, so it's very hard to break down. They've got a strong team pretty much. Defense is solid, not amazing though. They got a pretty good attack. Stephen Fletcher as the striker, and a centre forward just behind him. Centre forward, shadow striker, whatever you want to call him. In Stéphane Sessegnon, he's probably one of my favourite players from not a top four team in the Premier League. Fantastic dribbler, great shot on him as well. A good agility, dribbling, like I said. Probably one of my favourite players. I probably won't try and sign him in this career just because of his age. I think he's 28, going on to 29 right now. So he's not really an ideal signing for me. You know, I like to sign younger players. But the sort of thing I'm going to go for in this career, apart from youth players I scout, I'm going to go for younger players that have sort of had good attributes already, maybe 20, 21. I'm not going to really go to sign 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds. I'm going to look to sign players that are still young and have potential but are still good, like the 20, 21-year-olds. And I think that's best to do when you're a lower Premier League team, I should say. And yeah, like I said, when you're a top 4 team, obviously you have a solid team already, then you can go out and sign those really young players with good prospects for future to really come to replace those older players that are really good already. So, but here, early Sunderland have an early chance. Hopefully we can defend well, but unfortunately my defense seems to be running everywhere for whatever reason. Or Danny Graham, of course, he's the starting player on this occasion as the striker instead of Stephen Fletcher. He's a very good striker as well, you know. Used to play for Swansea, but he changed teams. And he's a very solid striker. He's not, of course, he doesn't have the pace, but he's got the very good strong body, good body balance. And we had a shot there, tried the scissor kick, but it was pretty much a fail there. We got the connection, but they had the defenders in the way. Jay Rodriguez gave him a chance in this match, but then Gaston Ramirez tries the shot. Again, we're pretty unlucky from those shots, getting him on target, but not really finding the net on that occasion. Dos Santos giving him a game. He's got a really good passing ability. I thought we could utilize that in this match. And yeah, we need to put our best players to get the result here, and they had another chance. If they scored there, it would have made it really hard for us to come back, even though playing at home, when they're winning 2-0, obviously they go more defensive, but here, Gaston Ramirez, he's in on the defense. Can he find the net here? He should be able to, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he just missed there, very, very close. I think that would have been a corner, and it is. Jonathan Dos Santos with the technical ability, very good from the corners, but Jay Rodriguez, like I said, gave him the chance, scores his 7th goal of the season in all competitions, and that was a very much needed goal in the context of this match. because the next goal was really important. If we got it, obviously it would have equalised, but if they did 2-0, it would be very hard to come back, like I mentioned before. And we definitely needed that goal to also give us the confidence that we can actually win this match. It was a very good goal, well worked. So hopefully now we can move on and score that winner with Adam Lallana. Been very, very impressed with him. One of my favourite players since I've been playing this Southampton career. Then Gaston Ramirez, another chance, hitting the crossbar. He's just been fantastic, having so many shots and on target as well, as you saw there. Looking very dangerous, and he almost put us in front on that occasion, but he couldn't. Was very close, as you saw. A fantastic shot. He's just getting so much of those quality shots on, creating that space in and around the box. He's just been fantastic. Couldn't really have higher praise for him, but here, Emmanuel Mallorca, too much strength for Titus Bramble on that occasion. Too much strength, too much skill, too much pace. That's 9 goals in all competitions, and it looks like he's sending us into the semi-final of the FA Cup right here. If we can hold on and not concede any late goals, again with the easy finish, with the finesse, I should say, in the bottom corner. Yeah, he's just been unstoppable like that, and look at that strength he had against Titus Bramble. I suppose Titus Bramble, he's not the best defender in the Premier League, not the paciest, not the strongest, so he did pretty well there, Mallorca. And really, he's on form. But here in the 90th minute, in the extra time period, Danny Graham had the chance to equalise, but it wasn't the case. Look at the pressure there by Sunderland that instantly comes when it hits that 90th minute period, especially when you're losing as well. Or when they're losing, I should say. They definitely push it up a bit and apply a lot of pressure. But now we should hold on to the result and pick up the win. And we are into the semi-final of the FA Cup. Fantastic run we're going on right now, and I've said I don't really like being in a lot of competitions because it sort of plagues my chance of doing well, actually getting a good position in the Premier League. So, but when we're in the chance for the FA Cup, I definitely like to focus on that a lot, because if we do actually win the competition, we get qualified for the Europa League. So that'll be fantastic for this career, like I mentioned numerous times in previous episodes. I would love to be in that competition. If not, we will have confidence from these results in the FA Cup to do better in next season, and maybe try next season to win FA Cup or something like that. So we're in the semi-final right now. Very positive result right here. Looks like we're playing against Tottenham in the next rounds. That's going to be tough, obviously. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to win against them. Teams are just getting harder. And we picked up some good prize money from that. It may result in some that's going to help us from buying players in next season. So if not reaching the final, picking up that money is still a positive result. Danny Fox, at least we have like a competition for positions. Always the best teams have that. You know, we've got Luke Shaw. He's going to just come into a beast player. But that's it for now. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Please leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time.